So hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, and today I'll be creating this anime style effect inside After Effects, and this is the footage that I'll be using, and the link is given in the description. First step is to make a cut from where we want our transition to happen, then move from till where I want my transition to end, and now we'll make again another cut for our second transition. Let's leave that part and drag the footage. Just trim down our work area. Now also I will open up my composition settings and see if my frame rate matches the composition frame. So I'm changing it to 25 since my composition frame rate is 25 because we need to do rotoscope. So now select the roto brush tool and rotoscope out our subject. Make sure when the first frame you rotoscope the subject, make sure the selection is perfect because on that basis your selection will be based for the other frames. Now let's hit freeze frame, and since it's a boring part, so let's drop a transition and show you. Alright, so I have done with the rotoscope. Now I will duplicate my subject and then I will pre-compose, and let's rename it to roto main. And the bottom footage I will just take 2 frames from it and unfreeze my roto brush. Alright, so now in the roto brush settings I will click on invert foreground to get this blank background because I'll be using content aware fill for this. Also please ignore the ball part, the basketball which has been selected. Please don't do that, it was a mistake and I forgot to fix it while editing. And my fill layer is completed. I will pre-compose it and let's rename it to fill layer, of course. Now I will go to time and enable time remapping. And then I will create a keyframe somewhere till where I want my transition, because for the second transition to happen I want to have it in the normal speed. Okay, let's see. Oh sorry, I think I forgot one step. So we'll go back to our original footage, hit Ctrl Shift D, and then we'll freeze frame it. Alright, so now let's see. Okay, it's fixed now. So let's start off with adding our first effect, that is echo. Alright, so in the echo settings I will change my echo time to 0.01 and then the number of echoes 20. Change the decay, let's keep it to around 0.8. Okay, so the next effect that we'll be adding on our roto main layer is directional blur. Go to the direction settings and change it to 90 degrees, and also I will change my blur length to around 20. Also make sure to enable the motion blur. So I will just duplicate my roto main again, and after duplicating it I will delete the effect echo and the directional blur from it. Also if you want you can add a simple choker effect to make the edges smooth. Now let's hit U and open the keyframe properties, hit P and create a keyframe, and also I will create a keyframe for my echo effect, the number of echoes, and let's change it to 0 and the opacity to 0 so that it just fades out. And then let's play around with the keyframe by adjusting its position. Also I will duplicate my roto main layer, top roto main layer again. Also let's rename it to light trails. Alright, so in the effects panel let's search for fill layer and drag and drop it. I'm going with the color white right now. You can choose any color you want as your preference. I will add find edges. Let's click invert. So now we'll get an outline effect for our subject, as you can see. And the next effect, which is the OG effect that we'll be using, is turbulent display. And let's play with the amount and size property. I'm just experimenting with the amount and size properties, so please don't copy these amount. Now I will add a glow effect, and let's play with the threshold, the radius and the intensity Also, I will duplicate my glow layer again and play with the radius and intensity. And also I forgot to animate the turbulent space. Okay, so I will duplicate my light layer again because I also want the light particles to stay and look inside his body too. So for that I will add another effect, that is set matte. Basically set matte is telling all the effects to stay inside this layer. Alright, now select both the light trace layer, hit T for the opacity property and create a keyframe. Let's move keyframe forward and change it to 0. Also, let's adjust the position of the keyframes. Now we'll be doing our second transition. So we select the fourth rotomill layer and then I will search for Venetian line. Let's change our transition completion to 25% and I'll change my wedge to around 3 to 4. Now let's get back to our effects panel and then search for wave warp. Now I will change my wave type to noise. Now I'll create a keyframe for the transition completion and for the wave height. Let's move few frames back from where we want our transition to start and change it back to 0. Also I will increase my wave height 30 or 40. So now let's move on to our footage 4 layer, which we want our transition to happen. So we'll need to repeat the process again. We need to rotoscope out our subject, but I don't want to waste your time, I already have it done. Alright, let's solo on this layer. Also let's drag our fill layer. Now let's repeat the process again. We'll duplicate it and then I will pre-compose it, and then right click on it, go to time and freeze frame. Let's move it forward a bit and make a cut and delete it. Alright, so now I will just copy the Venetian line and the wave pop effect and paste it onto our Roto 2 layer, and we will just do the reverse keyframe. I will just switch the positions of it, and then also I need to animate the opacity, so hit T. Let's move 2 frames forward and change it back to 100. Alright guys, so we are done with this tutorial and I hope you guys learned something new. So make sure to subscribe to my channel and don't forget to like this video. Thank you so much and have a nice day.